Welcome back, guys. We're going to start work on the inner gateway, the inner Barbican. Now, I've been doing a lot of work. I'll show you this stuff afterwards, but right now I want to get the guys building. And yeah, we've got a lot of building. Oh, I think you're going to love this. I think you're going to love this. Now, this is inspired. Somebody actually said, somebody left me a comment and said, "Oh, you should check out the tiered walls of Constantinople." And I already had, and this design is inspired by that and other castles. Right, so yeah, that's about right. Let's flip you around. So we're finishing off the bridge now. Boom, leave space, boom, leave space, and then we get to work on the real stuff. So there and there. Then at this end, we're going to start off with a couple of nice little round towers. Now, I'm going to flip these around so that the trapdoor is always at the back. So we have one there, and flip there. Right. Then we're going to go to wall sections. Now, you'll see when I dig the moat out that the water is going to come right up to the edge of this wall. And if you remove the terrain the way I'm going to, you actually see the wall going down below the level of the water, and it looks really good. So I'm going to pop you in there. Now I think we're going to have... Now this bit I want to be like really stark and angular, like really sharp, and then as it moves further away, because like this is going to go from here. It's going to come out to about like here-ish, and then it's going to start to curve, and it's going to go around to. So I think this part here, so this moat is going to link up with this. Now this part, this is very wide here, and I might have one bit that's like actually a lake. I'm not sure exactly where that's going to be, but on this side it's actually going to narrow to like not as narrow as that bit, but I don't know, maybe that kind of distance there, and it'll link up with the coast. Right, so shut up, Skye, build. So let's see, I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections on that side, and then 1, 2. Oh, no. Messed that up. Bonehead. Get rid of that. Try that again. Oh. I'm putting it the wrong way round. Idiot. Let's try that again. Boom. Let's start again. Right, so, take a wall section, flip it around. Boom. Boom. 3, 4, and 5. Okay, it's going to give us a beautiful edge. The water against the castle walls is just going to look so good. Then we're going to pop in another round tower and flip it around so that the trapdoor's at the back. Boom. And this one goes over here. Now this is the low outer wall, and then what we're going to do is we're going to bring the terrain up to this height, and then there's going to be a much bigger inner wall behind that, which should look pretty impressive. That's the plan. So I'm just going to put a couple of wall sections just so that we kind of have that. The continuations, that's going to be a whole different project, starting to curve these around and trying to figure out how to put in kind of interesting features and the terrain changes and all kinds of stuff. Terrain elevation changes and all kinds of weird stuff. Right, so that's that. That's right. So that's 64 builders needed. Right, let's crank this down to 5. Let's get this going. Let's crank this down to 0. Right, let's get 64 workers, well, 64 builders assigned. 64, and we'll crank it up to, well, yeah, we'll crank it up to times 10 speed. I should have showed you this before I cranked it up, because the weather's going to go bad now. You just know it is. So here is our enormous cow pasture. This is the max size you can have a cow pasture. And we've currently got like 25, so it's half full at the moment. So how are we doing for hay? Yeah, we're okay for hay. I actually need... I grew potatoes in here because I wanted to get the crops, the food stocks like way up before I started this project. But this is going to be switched to... Oh, and look, we've got corn now. It's going to be switched to grass to feed. And that grass can go into this warehouse here, which is fine. And then... So, I put in this cow pasture. And then I popped in a couple of houses here and a castle barn. Right, so that we've got like plenty of room in here. A chicken died in an animal attack. Okay. Now, is any of our... I don't think any of our villagers are going to do anything about it because the guy who looks after the chicken pasture isn't around. No. I was hoping one of our villagers would actually kill it. But, no, he's not around. Okay, well, we'll just have to do it. Esmeralda. Come on, Esmeralda. Your chance to be a hero. Yeah, get your bow out. Boom. There we go. But we've got... Looks like we've got a diseased chicken. We've got a diseased chicken. Yeah, there are sick animals. That's not good. Oh well, never mind. Deal with that another time. Right, so having put this huge cow pasture in, I needed to then feed the cows because they consume like a huge amount of hay. So we've got one big field over here that's going to be producing hay. These two fields are going to be producing potatoes. And then over here, I put in, so I put in the barn for like the meat and the milk and whatever. And then over here, we've got a nice warehouse, which looks really good. These warehouses look great in the forest because they're log constructions. We've got lots of mines around here. I added an extra stone quarry and an extra ore mine out here. Give all these people who live here something to do during the winter when they're not working on the fields. And then I put in this field here. This is producing more hay, and it's a fairly big field. It's like 6 workers. So that's producing a lot of hay, which goes into this barn, and then feed the cows. Excellent. There's a well here to provide them with water, because the cows need hay and water, and then they produce. Look at the amount of milk that we're producing. I actually killed off a few cows, which is why we've got so much meat in here at the moment. I killed off a few cows because we were up to like, I don't know, about 40 cows, and I hadn't got enough hay to get them through the winter. So I hope I've got enough hay to get them through the winter. I might even kill a few more. We've got almost 1,000 hay. It should last them. But I'll take out a couple of cows. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. 50 meat apiece. Lovely. All right, so, and then down here, I didn't show you this. I put this in ages ago. This is a little potato. Well, not really little, but 3 farmers potato field down here. All right. Oh, I love it on a bright winter's day. It looks so damn good. Oh, we've got buildings on fire. Oh, they got them put out. Thank God. When you get a fire amongst like several little buildings together like this, it can cause you a real problem. Okay, so I'm saving the best for last. While they're getting on with this, look at that. It's coming along. Oh, look at that. This is going to look so damn good. Okay, I've saved the best for last. Oh, you know what? I quite like a nighttime look at the castle. Oh, I missed the nighttime. Never mind. Right, so I wanted to bring this part of the castle to life. So, over here, what's that going on? Over here, I put in a lumberjack to make some firewood, which is a good practical thing for the castle. Oh, we've got people dying from hypothermia. That's not a surprise. The problem is I'm taking people like so far away to do this building that that you know, people are going to die of starvation, people are going to die of hypothermia just because they go out here, they work, and then they can't get home in time. Yeah, it's going to happen. Although that's a child. You know what? Let's take off. Well, okay, we can take off a few builders now. Let's take off a few builders so that we've got labourers to actually deliver food to the houses. That's another issue. Okay, it looks like it's stopped now. Good. It does happen from time to time, and I'm not kind of too worried about this. I'm more worried about the building. Okay, we're into the spring, so I'm going to have to assign my farmers and whatever. So let's see. I'm going to have to crank my builders down. Let's see. I need a lot of people. I need a lot of people. Let's crank up 43 farmers now. Oh, 43. I'm just going to stick one guy in the orchard, I think. We're going to have one guy on the bees, and then I want like 15 gatherers, which only leaves me with like 7 builders to get this done. It's busy times in the summer. And losing those people, what did we lose? We just lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1 of old age. So we just like lost 7 people. 8 people, another old age death. We just lost like 8 people. But we got like 150 workers now. And people get replaced fairly quickly. Oh, by the way, look at this. I upgraded the school. And I think that looks really nice. I should, if we get like a rush, I can put a second teacher in here now, but it'll deal with 20 students. So yeah, to deal with that deaths issue, I could install a mod. There's a mod which increases the worker speed by 2 times, so they walk twice as fast, and that would definitely help with these kind of issues of having people working a long way away from where they live. But yeah, I'm not going to worry about it too much. Oh, this is coming along. This is coming along nicely. All right, so let's have a quick look inside the castle, because like I said, I've been bringing the castle to life. So we're making some firewood, right? Oh, you know what? I'm gonna slow this down because I want to show you. And in fact, let's turn it. The castle just looks so good at night with all the lights. That's one of the reasons that I wanted to put this building in, because it's got these lanterns kind of scattered around up the building. I've got a couple of lanterns right by the gate, and then I've put a couple over there, and you got the lights on the smithy and on the warehouse. And then this is a great little mod. This is the small shed. I'll show you that in a second. And then I've got kilners working. There's 2 kilners there, and then yeah, we've got more round the back. 2 kilners working away, and then over here we've got another kilner and a smelter. So he's creating cast iron. That's not active at the moment because we haven't got a steady supply of ore over here. And then once we start producing cast iron from the smelter, then we can get a smith active in here producing tools, and that'll be very cool. So the castle is becoming very, very useful and certainly very alive. There's lots of people running around and doing stuff. Oh, you're taking some food into the house. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, they got plenty of food. They got firewood. They got charcoal. Everything's better. Because most of them are working locally now. I think the problem before is that a lot of them were working like a long way away. Now having issues. So that's kind of peachy. Right, guys, I'm gonna crank this up now. I didn't show you that mod. Let me show you the mod. So this is the mod down here. Small shed. And there's also a small stockpile. Now, I haven't actually used one of those yet, but this is the small shed. And it only holds 3,000 units, but it's really nice. As he says, it's just right to tuck into small spaces. And it's kind of a nice way of dressing it up. And you know what? You're just dropping some stuff off. Let's go on. Let's have a little bit of first person, just to kind of show you. So you walk into the castle, which is very nice and big and imposing. Actually, let's have a quick whiz up here, and I'll kind of show you the. So as you come out now, I love this roadway with the dirt paths either side and the paved road down the centre. That looks really good. Then we've got the cows, and you're going to be able to see down to the moat and the inner city wall. Same on the other side. Then we come down into the castle, and you're going to have that fantastic view of the immense inner Barbican gatehouse. But I love how you got this little store there, and it's built onto the side of the, because I've buried it in the wall, so it looks like it's built into the building. And you got the kilners working away. Really does bring it to life, doesn't it? Especially when it's raining. And then up onto the bridge, and oh, this is going to be staggering. All right, you know what, guys? Let me move on a little bit. Let's let this get built, and then we'll come back and we'll do the next bit. Okay, it's all built. Now, I did have a bit of a clothes crisis while that was going on. I've put in 2 extra weavers. I moved this fence, because this fence actually came in here. I've extended it out and put a weaver in there, and I knocked down the house that was here. I've put a house just outside the fence, which I really like. I really like that. And then put a second weaver in there. So we're up to 4 weavers now. And I also noticed that our hides, all of our hides were in this barn over here. Because obviously I'd been killing loads of animals, because I've been herding the moose and stags down here and slaughtering them. So we've got loads of hides here, no hides anywhere else. So I've actually put in another hunter camp over here. So I've got a hunter camp there, and I've got another hunter camp there, around here. So, and now we're starting to see hides coming in. So that's perfect. Alrighty, let's do this, because this is the exciting bit. So, should we do the moat? Let's do the moat, because the moat just looks awesome. Right, so we'll take this and we go into, now let's see, I want to be there, I want to be there, right. Yeah, that's the right place. And we'll come out, like, how far am I going to come with this? Let's just come out to there for now. Now, this side is easy, because I want this to be sharp and stark. So let's take you down to about, let's see, so that's 34 by 29. Let's take you down to about there. Boom. And then we'll do the same on the other side there, and bring you out to almost the end and across to about there, and then take you down same kind of height down, something like that. Alrighty. Okay, we'll crank this up. Times 5 will do. While I get on with doing the bit behind here. So this is going to be flattened off at this height. So let's do it like this. So let's take it from about there. And I want this to go back quite a ways. So something like that. Oh, there's the moat. The moat is in. Now I want to go up to there. I need to be very careful. We'll go up as far as this tower. Yeah, we'll go up as far as that tower for now, I think. And then want to extend it back. Probably about there. Something like that. Fill all of that in. Nice. Then come over. This is the delicate part. Alrighty. And then how far back does that come? Comes out to here. So I'm going to go over there and down there. And then try and make sure that I've filled it all in. I want to go a little bit further maybe. I can go a little bit further on that side. Maybe come a bit further out here. Like if we're going to do it, might as well do it. Alright, and let's come out a little bit further on that end. Okay. And boom. Right, so we'll look at the moat. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Seriously. Love how the wall extends down underneath the level of the water. That just looks so good. The bridge looks awesome. Now, on this side, I want to be doing something slightly different because, okay, I want to contrast between how sharp it is on this side, and then on this side, I want the terrain to be kind of a bit, very natural. So what I'm going to do is, and I'm going to be doing this offline because this is going to take me a while, but what I'm going to do is like take the hill tool and just do lots of little changes. As you can see, they still have to clear the whole area before they can do the terrain changes. So that 100% terraforming mod is not free. You still have to do some work, and quite a lot of work. Mind you, I've got a fair amount of labourers in winter. Oh, here we go. Right, so you can see that, like, if you look at the where the water's going to come up to, the water's going to come up to here, and I'm going to do lots of little changes to create a very natural coastline. Even in here, I'm going to do a little change to make this kind of more natural, and then I'll dig the rest of the water out. Okay, so here is our nicely flattened, terraformed area. I've actually extended it a little bit and squared it up. And I've extended this a little bit. But while I was playing around, I started looking at these towers. And the fact that the towers are higher than the wall was kind of bugging me, bearing in mind what I wanted to put behind it. And I was like, wouldn't it be nice if I could lower these towers and just have them at exactly the same height as the wall, right? And I did it. Oh yeah, that is awesome. Now you may think, no, it looked better when they were taller. No, wait till you see what I'm putting behind. And you're not going to have to wait very long for that. Because we're going to do it straight away. Right, we are going to put in the keep. Oh yeah.